Construction recently started on the corner of West Gallatin that everybody's already talking about. Depending on which neighborhood you're sitting in, that's either really good news for your home value or something you want to think through before you buy. I'm going to show you exactly which side of that line you want to be on. So hey, I'm Natalie Downs. I'm the leader of the Rise Nashville team with Real Broker, and I've personally helped close to 300 families relocate to Hendersonville, Gallatin, and the rest of Middle Tennessee. I actually live in Kennesaw Farms myself, one of the neighborhoods that is closest to this new development. So this isn't just a story I'm covering for content. I'm genuinely excited about it. And because I'm watching the actual paperwork and the project itself, it's not like I'm just repeating things that I saw on Facebook. I can tell you what's real and what's still just talk. Today, I want to walk you through what's really going on that west side of Gallatin. Not rumors, the real project. And then get into specifics about 4 neighborhoods that are going to feel this the most. Because just being close to the new stuff isn't automatically a good thing. Stick with me because there's a nuance in the middle of the video that most people relocating here don't think about until after they've already bought. So here's what's been confirmed, not just speculated. At the corner of Nashville Pike and Greenlee Boulevard, a development called Westside Markets of Greensboro Village broke ground earlier this year. It's about 30 acres, anchored by a 130,000 square foot Target, plus a 16,000 square foot PetSmart, and another 14,000 square feet of shop space, 3 out parcels set aside for restaurants. Target's aiming for a July of 2027 opening. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Natalie, Gallatin's had developments announced before that never went anywhere. And that's fair. I've watched a few of those stall out myself. But here's what makes this one different. And it's the part almost no one's talking about. The city put real money behind it. Gallatin City Council approved a $1.5 million grant just for the roads, water lines, and utilities needed to make the site buildable. And Gallatin actually became the first city in Tennessee to set up something called an infrastructure development district specifically for this corridor. That's a brand new state law, and Gallatin was the first in line to use it. So why does it matter for you as a buyer? Because the city committed $1.5 million of its own infrastructure budget. That's a project with a shovel already on the ground. The city's own projections is that close to $119 million a year in economic impact once it's fully open, along with roughly 500 jobs and close to $2 million a year in new sales tax revenue for the county. I'm not telling you all of this to impress you with the numbers. I'm telling you because it's the kind of detail that tells me and should tell you that the west side of Gallatin is going to look different in about 18 months, whether you're ready for it or not. Now here's the 2 that are a little further out. And this is where it gets a little interesting. Fairvue Plantation is a gated golf and lakefront community off of Nashville Pike and Old Hickory Lake. It has an 18-hole champion golf course. Homes run well into the millions in this community. Fairvue residents already treat the Station Camp corridor along Nashville Pike as their 5-minute grocery run. So it isn't a new trip for them. It's just a better version of the trip they're already making. And then you have Foxland Harbor, which is also located on Old Hickory Lake. It's about 5 minutes from downtown Gallatin and roughly 30 minutes to Nashville. Most recent sales in that neighborhood are, again, close to the $1 million mark, and current listings are all averaging way over $1 million right now. So you've got 2 neighborhoods that are basically inside the development's front yard, and then 2 that are comfortably a 5-minute drive away. And that difference matters more than people think. Here's what most people don't realize about new retail and home value. Closer isn't always better. There's actually research on this. When you look at how commercial development affects nearby home prices, a little bit of retail nearby genuinely helps values. Convenience is worth something to most buyers. But past a certain point, when a neighborhood has too much commercial land or homes sit right up against a loading dock, traffic signals, and parking lot lights, you start working against yourself. You have extra traffic cutting through streets at 5:30, headlights, noise, and the real cost. And buyers do feel that. When I look at these 4 neighborhoods, I actually think Fairvue and Foxland might be in a better spot long term. Not despite being 5 minutes away, but because of it. They get a bit of the convenience that Target run, the new restaurants, without living next to a parking lot. So now with Kennesaw Farms and the Paddock, get the maximum convenience. And for a lot of buyers, that's exactly what they want. So neither is really wrong. But it's the first question I'd ask if you were sitting across from me. Do you want to be in it or 5 minutes from it? And this one surprised even me when I dug into it. I used to assume that closer just automatically meant better. It's not that simple. So, if you're relocating to Sumner County and this corridor has been on your radar, here's how I think about it. If daily conveniences and brand new construction matter more than square footage and lot size, look hard at the Paddock and Kennesaw Farms. You're getting new construction at a price point that's still reasonable for the market, and you'll be first to benefit when it opens. If you're coming with a bigger budget and lake life or golf is part of why you're moving to Tennessee in the first place, then we should take a good look at Fairvue Plantation and Foxland Harbor and give that lifestyle, the new retail, as a bonus, not the main event. I see buyers make one mistake here pretty often. They get excited about a development that's still 18 months out and forget to ask what the neighborhood actually feels like today, this year, not in 2027. A shopping center is a bonus. It's never the reason to buy a house. If you want to see actual listings of any of these 4 neighborhoods, what's on the market right now, not just what I'm describing, I've got a home search tool set up specifically for this corridor. I'll link it below. You can filter by neighborhood, price, and get notified the second something new hits Kennesaw Farms, the Paddock at Kennesaw, Fairvue, or even Foxland. I personally don't think there's a wrong answer between any of the 4 neighborhoods. I think there's a right answer for your family, and that's really what this channel is all about. Even if you're a year out from actually moving, that's the genuine part. That's genuinely the part of the job I love the most. So, until next time.